Hello guys, a lot of people asking me to do the tutorial for the mermaid tail, so here it goes. Most of my inspiration came from Pinterest and you can get a lot of ideas in there. Now we need our materials for our project. One is the rubber. Rubber can be bought in the craft stores or in the fabric stores. You can also find it in the hardware if you want to. You'll also be needing the neoprene fabric. This fabric is very important because it stretches and it allows your legs to fit in the mermaid tail. Now I am ready to draw the pattern. Don't hesitate to draw the pattern, especially if it's your first time, because it can also be a trial and error at first. After that, I am cutting the rubber to the desired fin that I want. You can also check the designs of fins in the Pinterest. There's a lot of designs there. And then voila, here is the result of the fin for my mermaid tail. See for part 2. Thank you. Tutorial part 2. First thing to do is to get all the measurements of your legs. Start measuring the waistline, next the hips, then the length of your legs, adding up the size of the foot. Also get the circumference of your thighs, knees, and the bottom part of the legs. Make sure that the legs are closed when doing it. My mannequin has an open legs and I'm just showing you how to do it. Prepare our fabric and now we can start doing our pattern. Starting up with the full length of your legs, adding up the size of the foot. Next, the waistline, hips, circumference of the thighs, knees, and bottom part of the legs. After that, we can now draw the lines. I am using the rulers and the curves in doing it. I also using the white chalk in drawing the lines. We can now start cutting the fabric, and don't be afraid in doing it. Just a reminder, be gentle and careful in cutting. Just cut the lines you've been drawn in order to do it. In doing the back part, what I'm doing is, I'm just copying the front part or cutting the same pattern. They have the same measurements though, so it works for me. After that, we can now sew our fabric. Pair the fabric and stitch them together, both sides of it. I'm doing the double stitching so that the fabric will be durable in wearing. You can also try to wear it after to check if it fits correctly. Here we go. And then, voila, this is the results of our mermaid tail. Like for part 3, thank you. This is the part 3 of our mermaid tail tutorial. Part 3 is all about giving designs in your mermaid tail. First, make an outline. This will be the guide for your stick glues. I'm also using the remaining rubber scraps. I'm cutting them out and put it in the fin to serve as an outline, and then I'm putting some stick glues in between of the fins. This tiny rubber serves as a pectoral fin. This will add beauty in your mermaid tail so it will look realistic. This is how it looks like after that. It looks like a butterfly. We'll start for the body of the mermaid tail. I'm drawing some lines to serve as scales, and then I'm doing a pineapple-like shape in order it will look like a realistic scales. You can also check the designs of the scales in the Pinterest. There's a lot of designs in there to choose. And this is how it looks like after putting some glues. After that, I will insert the fins in the bottom part of the tail. And then I will stitch them. FYI, the rubber is not hard, so you can actually stitch them together. After that, I will also stitch the pectoral fins in the top of the mermaid tail. And then I'm adding some glue so that I will hide the stitch. And what I do in the bottom part is I'm adding some scraps rubber and then putting some glues to serve as a tiny scales in the bottom part. This is how it looks like after that. My niece actually loved it. She was so amazed seeing it. Like for part 4, thank you. This is the part 4 and the finale of the mermaid tutorial. From the past videos, this is how the mermaid tail looks like. What will I do now is to paint the mermaid tail to the desired colors that I want. These are the designs that I want for my mermaid tail. I'll be using Tilex spray paint and I will mix those 4 colors. First, I will use the yellow Tilex spray paint. I'll paint in the middle and in the bottom part of the fin and also in the edge of the pectoral fins, and this is how it looks like after that. I'll be using the green spray paint. I'll be putting them up in the sides of the tail and also in the pectoral part. I'll be mixing them into yellow color, and I will paint the bottom part also. Don't hesitate to experiment in blending the colors. That is what I'm doing. And then this is the result after putting some green on it. And the next I'm gonna do is I will use the white Pilax paint. I'll spray it in the veins so that it will add a striking beauty. We'll also paint the top so that it will blend on the skin tone. This is how it looks like after the white paint. And here it goes. After that, I will put some pearls on the top just to add beauty on it. Isn't it beautiful? This is how it looks like, guys. I think it is a successful project. Just leave your comments, guys. This is my green mermaid tail. Thank you for watching.